Hi everyone, this is Peter. Today I want to introduce is the latest versions from Pdmovie. That is the Remote Air Pro. Other than the Remote Air Pro, they also launched two new products, which is the Remote Air 2 and also the Remote Air Mini. So which we will talk about it in the next video. So okay, what's the difference in between this and then with the previous version and maybe with the other products? Okay, first, this, you know that there is a lot of like maybe wireless forward focus system, and then they will have a receiver, and then maybe which you connect all the maybe motors on it, and then with the powers and everything. But now, okay, this version, the Pdmovie, these generations of Pdmovie, they have already built in the receiver into one of the motors. So that means you get much tidy and then no like maybe more cables like maybe running around together. So for example, like now I got like three motors at the side. So what you need to do is just only like daisy change each other at the end, and then you connect it with the power, with the remount, and then with D-tap, and then that's it. It's very easy and simple. And the other thing is, I like this, is because that is one of the wireless forward focus system which they are using apps. So apps, you will think, okay, maybe it's not really like maybe a professional, but to be honest, for me, it is an infinity possibility, because okay, you know, the apps is very easy to be updated. So that means, okay, if you want to have like, if a lot of like maybe clients want to add some features onto the products, and then maybe the Pdmovie is very easy and also can be very fast to react and then to add some function in it, which make it like maybe infinity expandable. So and also because it's multi-touch screen, so that means it's because it uses the iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus or the iPod Touch. So that means it's a multi-touch unit, and then which you can actually control, set everything, and then pretty easily, and then it's very freely too. So compare with maybe a physical buttons and also maybe a small screen like that, and then I think that is much better maybe compared with the old traditional like design. So okay, so that is it, and then let us talk about how to set this up. Okay, so the motor setup is very easy. So I'm already set up like two of them, and then okay, this one is the receiver. So you will see the connector is slightly different than the others, which you will put the remote, the antenna on here. So the setup is so easy. So you see the hole here. So you put onto the rod, and then you align your gear onto the flat on your lens. So locked it like this. Okay, fine. So then okay, I daisy chain it. So what I need to do is connect this with the limo to the next one, and then on the second, and then I do the same on the third one. Okay, like this. Okay, at the end, I just connected the power connector, the cables with the batteries. So that's it. Pretty easy. For the control, it's easy to set up. Okay, so first you need to have like maybe the Remote Air Pro control and also your phone. Okay, so at this moment, the mounting is support the iPhone 6, 6 Plus, 6S, 6S Plus, and also the iPod Touch. So okay, first, you must need to go to the App Store and then to download the Remote Air apps first, okay? And then, okay, you slide your phone onto the control. So underneath there is a button to switch on the control. So because this is a Bluetooth, make sure that your iPhone have to switch on your Bluetooth. Okay, so once you switch on here, so you get the screen, and then the channel is 13, okay? So once you do that, okay, and then you can actually just activate your apps. So when you activate the apps, and then make sure that your Bluetooth logo is on. So once you do it on, and then, okay, you are now connected with the control. Okay, so when you set up the remote, okay, now we can switch on the motor. So we switch on the first one with the display, and then we switch on the other two. So there is a button under the control here, and then you press it for several seconds, and then they will actually switch on. So in this, okay, once you switch on, and then you will see there is a different colors, because different colors is presenting different channels. So you can set like maybe several motors in the same channels, which you can do it like maybe easily. So, and also you see the lights is sometimes fresh, faster, or maybe not fresh. It means the speed of the motors. So how to set it up, and it's very easy. Every motors, and then there will be a setting showing you, okay, you press 2 times and then that is setting channels. Press 5 times, that is setting the speed. It's very easy to set up. Let's talk about like maybe how to set it up. Okay, so first you need to do the alignment. So okay, there is two methods you can do the alignment. First is next to the antenna there is an auto button. Press it for several seconds, and then you will find out, okay, all the motors which connected will do the alignment at the same time. So that is the first method. And the other method is actually on the apps, you will see under the focus, and then there is an auto button. So at the same, you press for like maybe 3 or 4 seconds, and then they will also do alignment too. So, but the only difference is when you press the auto buttons on the apps, and then some setting you haven't been saved, and then will be disappear. So I will recommend you to connect it to press the buttons onto the remote control rather than the apps. Okay. So on the screen it's pretty easy. So you will see there is 3 columns: focus, iris, and zoom. Okay, and the focus and iris is pretty like the same. So the AB is stand for, okay, you can set the AB point. So when you set the A point, and then you set the B point, and then your phone or the iPod Touch will be vibrate and then tell you that, okay, you are already been set. And also when you turn the knob, or maybe you control the focus through the touch screen, and then once you reach the point, and then they will also give you a vibrations. Okay, it's very easy to set up. Okay, so let me do a simple setup. Okay, for example, like, okay, now, okay, I want to set this on A. Okay, so then I set this on B. So now, okay, I already set up in AB point. So other than, okay, you can actually using the knob to control this, and then through the shots. Other than that, you can also using the touch screen. And also at the touch screen, you can probably like zoom in or maybe zoom out to get more precisions like focus. It's the same on the iris, and also the same on the zoom. Okay, but on the zoom there is something different. Okay, other than the zoom, and then they will see there is a button here. So you can do, okay, you can do a servo zoom, which is very smooth and easy through a touch screen here. At the same time, you can also using the side button here, and then you can touch this and then to do the zoom. It's pretty easy. But the one that I want to show you is the timer functions. So, okay, in other than the AB point, and up here you will see there is a numbers. So that is the numbers. You can type a time, for example, in seconds. For example, like 5 seconds, which I want to do the zoom. Okay, so when I set this, and then you will see there is a 5 numbers on the box, and also there is a 2 arrow. What is mean the 2 arrow? The 2 arrow means that like, okay, you want to do the zoom in, and then they will also automatically do the zoom out. So if you only want to do the zoom in or zoom out, double tap it, and then you will see the arrow will back into one direction only. So how to everywhere up? First, you have to make sure that like you have to set the AB point. If you haven't set the AB point, this function haven't been activated. So once you set the AB point, and then okay, you press the timer buttons. So then okay, so I put the B point first. Okay, so then okay, it will do the zoom automatically. So it's very easy, and then everything is been just like maybe easy to put everything through a touch screen. So that's why how dramatic or how easy, and then maybe you can control your wireless flow focus through a wireless apps.